Hello, homies. The run is over. We had a last debrief yesterday. I'm at the office. I'd say the second day feels worse than the first because it's as if like the cells in your body are like catching up. Because like the only way to work is to envision how everything needs to play out and like being in playoffs and seeing that, and now you have to deconstruct it. And I feel like my body and my mind is slowly catching up to the idea that we are not playing anymore. Um, it sucks, obviously. I think the roughest part is that we were getting better and better. Like Vele mentioned something. He's like, I don't want to go playoffs. We're gonna suck ass, but I generally feel like we could have done some damage. And maybe if things went just right, then maybe we had the chance to make it all the way. Like we were growing so much as a team and getting better. We were, in terms of how the process was, the practice and everything, like everyone was just getting like stronger and stronger, and we were just becoming, you know, more and more together in the dynamic, which was amazing to see. Like I have a lot of stories to share, get a lot of insight, and I can give you guys all the details of the journey, and there'll be a time to do so. I just kind of wanted to take this video to say, obviously, first and foremost, obviously, like watching the games on the day was some form of torture for sure. Um, a different result from other teams could have changed our faith, but in the end, it doesn't matter. Like anyone angry at that or speculating or whatever, it's a losing game. I think it just it portrays us as weak. Like in the end, the biggest issue for us was a 0-4 start. We were a team that dropped the game to KCB. We had a rough start, 0-4. It's impressive in itself that we had like a very strong fighting chance after starting 0-4. And then, of course, the Vitality game, we had a massive lead we couldn't convert. And that's a part of the game. We were playing obviously a very unique draft. It was something we practiced a lot, but it was something that we really had to figure out on the fly. And I think we landed in a good place. And, a Drake goes better or a situation goes better, and suddenly, we could have won that game, but that's the nature of BO1s, right? There's no one to blame. There's no one, to attack. This is just how the cards went down. Like if there's anything that is frustrating, I do think having no tiebreaker game the entire time. Definitely, I think that part of the format just doesn't make sense. Like LSC just removing tiebreakers after having tiebreaker games the entire time makes no sense. But at the same time, everyone was aware of that, right? So from a competitive standpoint, everyone was in the same shoes. But even in a world where we played a tiebreaker and we lost, I would have felt, a lot better than this. We had the first game of the day, and then we just had to sit there and watch the grueling pain of seeing teams playing matches that they have very little stakes in, and obviously it's like on the day KCB beat GX. You had Navi versus MKOI. MKOI can be a very, very strong team. I think they are even a contender to win the playoffs regardless of the standings. You had the KC game, right? It was Team Heretics. Respect to Team Heretics, honestly, they went on a massive win streak, and they managed to really, really wake up at the right time. Outside of the 0-4, we went 5-2, which is impressive in itself on my end. And I do think that what tiebreakers give you is that it rewards recent form, and I think that's important if you want to make sure that the best teams go to playoffs. But no one else to blame besides us. Our fate was in our hands, and we couldn't get it done. Incredible how competitive this LEC split was, in terms of what the standings was. There was a world where MKOI didn't make playoffs, G2 didn't make playoffs, Fnatic didn't make playoffs. Like everyone was so close to one another, which made, of course, the scoring so much more competitive. And I've said it so many times, even in the vlogs. I said it as like, competition is a race. You have to run as fast as you can. You don't know how fast your competitors are. You don't know the distance either. So, but I can safely say that. We ran. We ran as hard as we could. We tried super hard, um, and I just want to say thank you. First and foremost, thank you to Keru. He messaged me gave me this opportunity. I've already mentioned it in the past. Maybe this is my last coaching gig. I don't see what pulls me in. Like the only thing that could maybe pull me in is something that is like unrealistic that probably won't happen ever, and that would be like to work with Caps or like work with the Los Ratones again. Um, so it's like I'm at peace with this being like my final rodeo, and Kid have given me this chance and trusting me and believing me and really supporting me and everything that I thought that the team needed is amazing. Kedu was very very involved in the scrims and was helping super much, like as a coaching staff. Me, Shaves, and Kedu was a goddamn dream team. We talked a lot, we worked together. It's incredible that Kedu did the streams, and he was involved at all times. It's extremely impressive. um, uh, Him giving me this chance to end the coaching career in a good way, I will be forever grateful for that. Special shout out as well. Thank you to our managers, uh, Sarah and Mitsuko, who of course sit next to us there on the LEC. It ties into Takedo's work with Mitsuko and of course Sarah. Is they from organizational standpoint, the logistics standpoint, we had fantastic conditions. We stayed in a nice hotel close to an office with PCs and an office that is massive. We had everything that we needed to play and perform, um, which I think also in itself is an impressive feat, especially coming from my experience. There's a lot of problems in teams in the LEC where things mess up, things are bad, things are problematic, and they manage to piece together something in terms of our conditions really good. Food wise, travel wise, it was very easy for us to just focus on the game. So from an organizational standpoint, fantastic. Um, Sarah Mitsuko is just the goated management team, straight up, just goated management team. It was great to be working with them. Well, what's so cool about Los Otones in my mind, right, is like Metin as well, like our camera homie who's doing all the edits as well. Stanville, that's how you guys know him. It's just everyone always chipped in. There wasn't ever like, yo, that's your job. Those are words that they were never expressed. Everyone just chipped in. Everyone put 100% of themselves. Everything was driven with passion and love, and that made everything so much more enjoyable, which makes it hurt a little bit more that you don't know if there's ever going to be a future where we're all in the same room again. It's just it ebbs and flows. You know, it's like esports. It's strange in the sense that the closest friends you make, you don't know if you ever gonna cross the same path. You know, like I cried yesterday. I was when I was talking to Shaves because we've been together for so much. We were in Fnatic together, Casey together, and now Los Otones together. So feel very blessed that the paths can cross somehow, and now I'm just hoping that something in the cosmos brings us to the same room together somehow. Because the friends you make in esports after teams, they tend to be far away. Yeah, and I think that's a painful part of trying to move on from esports is that. On the friend side, it can be very lonely, and I'm very blessed. I'm engaged, right, and I miss my fiance super much. Uh, we are the dynamic duo. We hold on together, but the friends are all scattered all over the world. Yeah, I'm going down some very dark thoughts. Like I shouldn't even say it, but so I'm not going to. So it's like who's gonna be there at your funeral type shit. Ah, yeah. No, it's been fun. To continue with my thank yous, the players. You know, I said it to the boys too in the debrief. I think that you see people's true colors and true nature and true personality when they're under massive stress and pressure. And with this squad, I loved what I saw. You know, I really, really love what I saw. I liked each individual, um, how they managed the stress and the pressure. There were days and moments that were very, very hard, but we bit down and fought through. If the day ended bad, like every time next day, everyone just came in with, you know, let's give it another best chance, and then eventually, like it paid off. It paid off. Obviously, we're not in playoffs, but it paid off in the sense that we were playing. We were playing and we were doing good, and a tremendous amount of respect for each player. I knew my role would be to help foster an environment where everyone has room to be themselves. That was like crucial because everyone's so unique on this team. Some people more introverted, some people more extroverted, and I think that works only if you can trust that when you give players that freedom, that they're going to perform. And I think that the boys definitely did. I think we pushed where we should have pushed, and we were getting better. I think the improvements from Veli and Baus, tremendous. I mentioned them specific because they didn't have previous LEC experience, but I feel Bausi, like his discipline and professionalism is like S tier, bro. How hard he worked to improve his craft, even though there were days that were really, really tough for him. I kept telling Bausi, I was like, brother, you need to remember the good and pull from that when things go bad. Because that's the only way the experience that you go through is going to matter. And it was always, if you master the basics, your magic will come through. And then eventually, like, Bowsy became incredibly consistent in how he laned. And his magic came through. His level 3 ganks, his roams, his proxies. Like, he improved so damn much. And it's like one of those things. I would love to see how good Baus could be if he played the year, but this is one split, bro. And I think Baus is not interested, right? He's a free spirit. I call him Captain Jack Sparrow always. Um, Velia, on the other hand, I can easily see him, uh, you know, jump starting his LEC career as he grows in maturity and so forth. Um, his um, his talents are very tough to teach, you know like the consistency, like starting wolves on Java and being late in the river, like this is who cares, bro? This is the easy mistake to fix. Whatever, it's whatever. The essence of the confidence and the essence of course, you know, um, like the eye of the tiger, so to speak, in combat. Like that is something that's very difficult to teach. Like the smites and the presence of mind to really really push and to have confidence when other players can feel the pressure. That's uh, that's his strength. Everything else you can add, and he was adding so much. Holy, Velia's level, bro. Like our last scrim week, we were just dominating teams left and right, bro. Like it felt good. It felt really really good. In regards to the LEC homies, I think you know Nemesis, Reckless, Crowning. Like I have competed against them. I have never worked against them, but it was an honor and a pleasure to see, you know, how they kick it into gear. It's like the the maze that they have been through to figure out how to find performance, like to see them real time go through that maze with bravado and confidence, and then to come in, especially after that first week, to just improve the performance. Nemesis, one of the most patient people I have ever met. If you guys saw some of our scrims in like early January when he was ganked 82 times every lane matchup, he was patient. He was a sitting bull, bro. Like he was so patient. It was amazing to see. Uh, Crowny, the way he cares, the way he cares, it's like he has the moments where his passion just pours out of him, because he cares so damn much, and that's such a powerful thing to and reckless in terms of how he maintains his routine and knows exactly what he needs to do in order to keep form. Like that every hour of the day is like so meticulous and clean and unwasted. It was extremely impressive to see that real time. But I think the best part of it all was to just see them interact, in good moments and in tough moments. It was beautiful to see that. And I repeat, that's the most painful part. I think we are out when we're really like up here. We're really really up here, and just wanted to see more. Yeah, yeah. Thank you to the players. Thank you to the management. Thank you to Kedu, and finally, thank you to you guys. Thank you to you guys. The support has been amazing. I felt like I had massive imposter syndrome joining the team. Eventually, I felt more and more comfortable. Still, sometimes feels a bit weird. I think that's normal. Uh, but everyone's been so extremely welcoming. Everyone's been so damn nice, and yeah, I uh, I really did my best. I did my best, and even though it sucks now, I walk away proud. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll do an AMA. Maybe we go like I do a breakdown of like each week, how the prep was, how the scrim were, what we went through. Maybe we do like a massive breakdown of the journey. But we leave it at this for now, and I'll catch you guys in the future. Gonna use the final 2 days here in Berlin to hang out with the boys, if possible, unless they're all streaming, and then go home. And, I guess the content and the streams will resume when I feel fine. Yeah, peace.